We know the Chicago Bears had 30 candidates on the list of people that they wanted to interview. And on today's episode, we got to break it down. We got to see, should the Chicago Bears wait for other head coaches to become available before finalizing their head coaching search? And today is the mailbag day. Y'all know we're going to talk about it all and break it down. But you got to hear this music first.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears. I'm your host here, Bobby, and I'm joined by C-Dub. What's the word?
What up? What up? Let's get it. Let's get it.
Man, if y'all tuned in with us today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. C-Dub, before we get into the main topic, me and Hayes did a live not too long ago, and the Bears called Mike Tomlin, but was denied. My man's got no trade clause. You want to get your quick thoughts on that, bro?
Just I actually want to give them shots out because they're acquiring on all phases. If they can get anybody with great coaching reprimand, so I appreciate the effort for trying to go get Mike Tomlin, but I think it was just without merit, because the Steelers would never trade Mike Tomlin, especially if you add on that no trade clause. He probably initiate that no trade clause if it was a trade to the Chicago Bears, to tell you the truth. And that would be weird as hell coming from coaching Justin Fields back to Caleb Williams. Let's just stay out the bullshit, bro.
For sure. But now let's get into the meat and potatoes of everything. So the Chicago Bears, we know that right now that the playoffs are still going on in the NFL. You still got candidates out there like Cliff Kingsbury, who doesn't plan on interviewing until after the playoffs are over for the Commanders. You got the Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, who spent some time doing some interviews, but obviously they're now going to wait until their playoff run is over as well. The Chicago Bears have interviewed a number of candidates: Pete Carroll, Ron Rivera, a bunch of OCs, couple DCs, couple guys coming from college or player personnel, and David Shaw, things like that. So in your honest opinion, do you believe that the Chicago Bears should continue to wait? Or if you think if they have the right guy right now, let's just say for the sake of discussion, for me, let's just say they go get Mike McCarthy for you to make you feel good, Pete Carroll. Do you think they should wait on any of all these other candidates? Or if they have the guy, do you say they should just go ahead and get it over with now?
Man, if the Chicago Bears can't find a guy with the dozens and dozens of participants that they interviewed, we are truly fucked. We had interviewed most of the people who wanted a coaching job this offseason, excluding the ones that you just talked about, because they still participating in the NFL season. We do not need to vet any more. Is there any more coaches out there that we're missing? I don't think we're missing anybody, to tell you the truth, that's available. So it is what it is. If we can't find a coach in this fucking round of coaching search, it's crazy, bro. I don't know what the fuck to say.
For sure. I think that if you feel like you got the guy, what we waited for. But I do understand it to a degree that you want to go ahead and probably you did all these Zoom interviews, so you want to skim down the list, you know what I'm saying, to do another round of interviews, which makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just jump off the porch for one interview. I understand that. But I think that the Chicago Bears, I think the way that they're moving, it's been different. I'll say that at least. So I ain't into rushing. You know what I'm saying? I do believe that you still have to go ahead and trim that list down and get those, whoever they may be, maybe a top 5 or a top 3, back in the building for another round. It was reported that they took Mike McCarthy out to dinner. We ain't hear that from Ron Rivera. It could have happened, but we didn't hear it. So that was interesting, to say the least.
That's crazy, bro. And then how would you like to be a coach? And then Mike McCarthy got dinner and they took him to the opera and shit like that.
To go to the
And you,
opera.
and you just sit your ass in the office and somebody just asks you questions all fucking day. Ain't nobody warn you or nothing. Man, bro, this is interesting. I think the Bears have interviewed or got a lot of people on their list, bro. We just need to work through this list. I like some of those names on those lists. Find your coach, bro. Don't keep looking at us and shit, Chicago Bears. It's y'all. Y'all did this. Fix it. Find your guy.
Hey, to your point, Ben Johnson might say, I want a lobster and steak dinner. I don't want to go to the opera. I want to go to Sandbox VR. I want to do whatever the fuck.
Bro, he
But I
gonna get
do. I can't, like, and all, you know what I'm saying? When you think about everything, I can't be mad that the process isn't moving faster because I want them to get the right guy. Like, if we
no.
want them to get the right guy, we got to allow them time. However, I will add the caveat, don't take too much time and you miss out on whoever your top candidate is.
That's a fact.
Yeah, because if your top candidate it is a Mike McCarthy, you better snatch him up before another team snatches him up, and one of those teams could be the New Orleans Saints. If that
Yeah.
is, you know what I'm saying, a Pete Carroll, you got to move. You know what I'm saying? If that is a Ben Johnson, yeah, all the news around Vegas sounds good. To me, it's just media talk. Personally, I think that because a few weeks ago, was Ben Johnson was interested in Chicago and Jacksonville, and now it's all Vegas, 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 because Tom Brady name's attached to the team. So yeah, take your time with it, but don't take too much time. If you bring your guy in and you sitting down, don't let him leave. Don't let
Yeah,
him.
but go ahead, nephew. I'm sorry.
I'm done.
Oh, okay. Uh, but what they are blessed with, in fact, and I agree with you talking about, they are blessed with time. So they got the time to sit back and find their right guy. So use it wisely, bro. Just use the time that you got. You're blessed with time right now, so you don't have to rush anything. Just get the right guy, bro.
Do you think this thing can go on for another month?
Yeah.
Do you think Bears fans are going to be keep a cool booty?
No. What the fuck? No.
Hire a coach already.
Yeah, no. Like we got to play a game in March or something. They crazy. They'll be mad as hell. Like we got to play in March or up in April or something. Calm
Yeah.
down.
They ass gonna be the combine starts in 3 weeks. We need more time to prepare. I'll be like, bro, calm down. It's okay. Fuck, that's why you have a scouting department. The scouting department is not gonna change.
No.
They still should be doing their damn job.
Yeah,
They
bro.
should be able to get whoever the next head coach up to speed on the people that they're potentially looking at to better this team. So I
Yeah.
believe they should be fine.
Yeah. On the letter note, before we get to the mailbags, shout out to Ian Cunningham, bro. He lost out on the job again, bro, for the
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans, bro. Damn, Ian.
Damn. So no third round pick for us, but hey,
Damn.
we'll see what happens with him. Hopefully he can keep Ryan Poe's mind at a decent level so we can go get the right guy because we need the right guy.
Yeah, bro. Damn, Ian. I'm
All
sorry
hands on
about
deck right now.
that. Yes. Now you can focus, Nee. Now you can focus on us.
For sure. But hey, let us know your thoughts and everything down below, y'all. Now it's time to get into the best part of the episode, the mailbag, the part of the episode that celebrates you all for calling in and giving y'all takes. We're going to get this thing jumping off. C-Dub, we going to start off with Brad. Here it is.
Hey, what up, gentlemen? Good evening. This your boy Brad from the Bay Area by way of Chicago. Hope y'all New Year is starting off great. But I just wanted to weigh in real quick on this Mike McCarthy, Ben Johnson business. It looks like every podcast I listen to, and I listen to a whole bunch of them all day. I work from home, and whatever comes up Chicago Bears, I listen to it just to get everyone's opinion on what's going on. And it seems like we are coaxing ourselves into the real reality that Mike McCarthy may be the next Chicago Bears head coach. I'm not going to give an opinion on that until it happens. However, the main reason for my message is to give you guys a boots on the ground opinion about Ben Johnson coming to Chicago. I travel a whole lot, and I'm in Las Vegas nearly every other month, if not every month. Ben Johnson is not coming to Chicago. He's going to Vegas. And I'll tell you why. And I hope I'm wrong because I actually want Ben Johnson. But I'll tell you why he's not coming to Chicago. Number one, Las Vegas has a new stadium. Number two, Las Vegas has Tom Brady. Number three, Tom Brady has convinced their bonehead owner to stay the fuck out of the way and let him lead him to the promised land. And that owner, Davis, is okay with that. 3, 4, Tom Brady's influence in the league. Why would Ben Johnson want to come to Chicago and deal with the McCaskies and Ryan fucking Poles? Why would he want to do that? Why would he want to be tied to Ryan Poles at this point in the game? I hope I'm wrong, but Las Vegas has a new stadium. We still fumbling trying to figure out what we're going to do with that. Las Vegas has a new downtown being built. Also, they have an NBA franchise coming and a Major League Baseball. So it's going to be a major sports town, just like Chicago. But it's the ownership and the challenge of being in the same conference with Patrick Mahomes, Bo Nix, and now the LA Chargers. What coach wouldn't want that opportunity to compete with those and finally dethrone Patrick Mahomes? I mean, our division was good this year, but it ain't going to be good forever because when Ben Johnson leaves Detroit, who knows what they're going to look like? And we're still trying to figure it out. Minnesota was a surprise, and Green Bay is questionable.
For sure. Shout out to you, Brad. Just to let you know, there is a 3-minute limit on the voicemail, so we couldn't hear the rest of your thoughts, but I did like what you included, and you gave some great points. I just want to push back, not towards you, but just add another side to the conversation. We talk about the owner. Cool. I understand that. Davis over there doesn't really, you know what I'm saying, compare differently from George and the McCaskies at all, but you look at that. And then you look at the draft selection with the Raiders. They're currently picking at 6 thanks to Antonio Pierce. Shout out to him for fucking up their draft pick. So if you want to go get a quarterback because you don't have a quarterback, it's not Aiden O'Connell. It's not Gardner Minshew. If you want to go get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, you're going to have to trade a house. And I'm not talking about a 1-bedroom house. I'm talking about a 4-bedroom house that comes with office space and a large backyard to move up to select a quarterback of the future unless you do something that's totally out of order. When you talk about the stadium, the Chicago Bears have a newer stadium, potentially. We'll see where it goes with that coming up. And then I add this to the discussion. I told you, about Jordan Love. How do we feel about him now? I've been saying this since the start of this season. The man is erratic as hell. He's not that good. And the last point, Sam Darnold showed his true colors in the playoffs.
What I'll tell y'all.
The last 2 weeks of the season showed his true colors. I feel more confident playing in the NFC North now than going to the AFC West. You mentioned the quarterbacks. I'm going to mention the coaches. Andy Reid, Harbaugh. Andy Reid, Harbaugh, and then also who's that? Is one more coach in there. I can't remember it right now, but it's a tough-ass division with hard coaches. Our coaches over here in the NFC North ain't no slouch either. We'll give them credit, but I don't want to coach against Andy Reid 2 times a year or Harbaugh Harbaugh 2 times a year. Just to add a little context to the discussion. C-Dub, what you got?
Beautifully said. I was just going to look at the rosters. I think it's close, but I think I'm giving the Bears the edge when it comes to Warren Ben Johnson. And this ain't even the guy that's top on my list. It's Pete Carroll. I think if you look at the roster, the quarterback, how far along he has 1 year of experience. I expect them to get a rookie quarterback, draft a rookie quarterback. You're going to have to start from scratch. They got a very interesting pitch. They can pitch to Ben Johnson. But overall, I think we got the better pitch. It just depends on the delivery.
For sure. That make a lot of sense. Well, we appreciate the call, Brad. Remember, it's that 3-minute limit, man. We want to hear all your thoughts. So let's try to keep that within those 3 minutes. All right, C-Dub, we jumping on to the next one. This next one is from 7.
7?
What's good? Peace and blessings. What's good? It's your boy Seven Inglewood Zone right now in your zone. And I got a question for y'all today. What is the Bears way? What is that? What is what like so here's what I'm saying. So so I give it some context, right? So I was looking at the interview with Mike Vrabel talking about the Patriots and the concern about young players with these NIL deals coming into the NFL, it's coming into the league, and I'm saying maybe they're being businessmen before they're being pros. You know what I'm saying? So and Mike Vrabel was basically talking about the problem that he foresees as far as teaching them the Patriots way, of being a pro in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And and I've heard that before. I've heard what I'm saying, back in the day, Jimmy Johnson talked about when he was a coach of the Cowboys, how what the Cowboys way was. You know what I'm saying? How a lot of teams talk about what their way is. Hell, I live in Kansas City now, even though I'm from Chicago, quit playing. And I know I hear about the Chiefs way. I've never heard about the Bears way. What is the Bears way? What is that? Like what and maybe that's why everything's always looking like they don't know what the hell they're doing at the end of a lot of the season since Lovey. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they don't have a way. Maybe they've lost their way. Maybe they've never had a way. Maybe it got away from them. I don't know, but I'm just seriously just wondering, like, what is the Bears way? Do they have a way, or are they trying to establish that now? Anyway, I love your thoughts on that. Y'all doing a great job, man. I hope y'all wish y'all nothing but success. Peace and blessings. But until they get it together, grin and bear it. Shout out though.
Shout out to 7 C-Dub. What is the Bears way? For real.
That's a great question, 7. I think the Bears lost their way. I'm trying to dumb it down to a specific moment, but it's like when the Bears tried to change their identity to a more offensive. When is that? Well, Mark Tresman type years. This is my opinion. Mark Tresman type years when they went away from the linebackers, the middle linebackers with crazy middle names like Buckus and Urlacher and Singletary, the defense, the snow, the game set, 14-17. That's like the Bears, what they used to be. They can't even get to that anymore. The Bears are like lost in what's that damn movie, bro? A Sunken Place. The Bears are in the sunken place right now. They're trying to find their identity. That's all I can say.
For sure. Me, when you ask me what is the Bears way, I say the Bears way is defense only. That's what we've been like. Our defense is this year is not much to brag about, but if we can, for most of my lifetime, the Bears way is play good defense and have a horrible offense. That's the Bears way for me. And I agree with C-Dub. We kind of lost our way this season, but I think that there needs to be some changes to where we can find out what the new Bears way is. Ryan Poles, when he first came here, you talk about breaking curses. Well, let's break the damn curse finally. Shit. Can we finally break the curse? But if to answer your question, 7, I think the Bears way is simply we're going to go out here, we're going to play tough defense. And last point, I think the Bears are going to kind of lose their Bears way if they haven't lost everything already when they put a dome over the stadium. Because when it's cold outside and you got to play against a hard defense that the Bears typically know how to come out with, that take away some of the advantages that you have, in my opinion.
But I don't want to go back to that old way.
Yeah, agree.
I don't want to go back. We need a new, establish a new way.
I
like
agree.
This Kansas City Chiefs, that's the Chiefs way. That's new. That's new. That's like what 7? Well, how many years is
like 7?
Patrick Mahomes been in the league? That's how new that is. So we can make a new way, and I think we need to do that.
For
sure.
sure.
Go back to the monsters of the Midway. That shit is dead.
You can still have that moniker, but it got to change a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can still be a tough football team, but some things got to change. So
yeah,
we'll see. But great question, 7. C-Dub, we keep this thing pushing on. Now it's time to holler at my guy Milton. Here it is.
Yo, what it do, Chicago Bears Central Cognac boys? Hayes, Bobby C. Dub, Big Kev, Steve-O. Once again, from the dark night from Virginia Beach, calling in once again to tune into my favorite show as the Chicago Bears turn. As again, this 3-ring circus of all these coaching interviews. Yo, man, get straight to the point. Question for y'all: how many years, when they decide on the new head coach, how many years do you feel that the Chicago Bears should sign a coach? Me personally, I feel like it should be like a max 3 years instead of the 5 years, because unfortunately, as we just saw with Matt Eberflus getting fired, the Bears are on the hook for the next 2 years, paying this dude almost $15 million. So that's just my thing. Number two, when it comes to the coach, I just missed how Mike Dickel was like the coach. He was like real hard nosed, and it's like if you get out there, you don't want to participate, or you want to clean up the par, he make your ass right that time. That's what kind of coach we need. I'm so sick and tired of these Fisher Price officer preschool type coaches coming in here with their philosophies and their stupid principles that they ain't doing anything but helping us to lose more games and having us once again sitting at home from the loser circle at the crib. Number two, number three, and this is just a random question I just wanted to ask you. And I check out all of your post game shows from this past season. Do you ever feel, or have you ever asked each other, it's like, why are we arguing over, this team? I can understand if our team was like winning like, 10, 11, 12, 13 games a season and then lose like a couple along the way, maybe even three during the whole season. But I mean, and I'm not saying y'all shouldn't be, rah-rah about the team, because I'm a Bears fan myself and everything. I love the fire, I love the passion, especially when y'all be going at it and trying to point out the obvious of how this team keeps letting us down every single game. But have you ever thought like that thing, like once the offseason comes, it's like, man, I'm up here hollering and arguing with my boys, to protect the team, and this team is playing like pretty shit. I mean, it's just a random question. I just wanted to ask y'all, see how y'all feelings on that. Another one, they need to draft a bruiser running back that can bulldoze to the opposing lines defense. But anyway, that's all I have for right now, Chicago Bears Central. I hope y'all having a good week so far. And just off the record, Monday's gonna be crazy, especially with old boy getting inaugurated. But whatever you do, because people are gonna be tripping. Martin Luther King's birthday is a holiday. Stay home, fellas. All right. Milton, the Dark Knight comes from Virginia Beach, Virginia. I'll holler at you on the next one. Chicago up and Bear down.
Shout out to Milton. C-Dub, what you got for me?
Hey, shout out to Milton. He hit on a lot of points there. I'm gonna start with the Bears, with us in the post game shows. We just love the Bears. We fans, and we're real passionate. And it was a mess this season. It was an adventure. Everybody kind of exploded. Probably not nephew. Probably the only one that didn't explode. But it was him and Drip, and it was just quite a season. It was a crazier season than usual. When it comes to the running back, you said at the end, I absolutely agree with you. We definitely need to. Damn, I hate to say this, but Rojo, I love Rojo, bro, but we maybe need to get another guy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I love Rojo, bro. He and his mind in the right place. And that's about it, bro. When it comes to the Bears and arguing about this team, I get your point there. They haven't showed us enough to be arguing about this team, and when we do that, it just make us just exert energy that we can use elsewhere. But we just love the football and the Bears, so that's how we gonna react sometimes when we talk about the Bears.
For sure. I agree with that. And just understand it's never personal, especially with us. Yeah, we go back and forth, call motherfuckers a decision stupid, or you ain't picking up on what I'm trying to put down with my point. But at the end of the day, we don't cross lines and completely disrespect each other, because we know at the end of the day, we still family at the end of the day over here. And that includes some of y'all in the chat. We don't always agree. So that's how we move. But you talk about the years for a contract for a coach. I say a good point is 4 years. Me personally, I believe that first year you come in, you set your standards. The second year you come in, once the film is out, you adjust the standards just a little bit. And then year 3 and 4, you got to be exceeding and pushing on dominance by year 3. You know what I'm saying? In year 4, it should be, yeah, this guy could be here for a long time. But I think that a 4-year contract is feasible when it comes to whoever the head coach may be.
I agree with that. Just get
For
the right
sure.
guy.
For sure.
Get the right
All
guy.
right, we appreciate you, Milton. C-Dub, we got last one. It's coming from my guy, Fred.
Fred.
Here it is.
Cognac boys, Bobby, C-Dub, what it do? This be your boy Fred, man. Shout out to the whole rest of the gang, man. Hayes and Big Kev and Steve-O, man. Hey, you know what? since the Bears doing this head coaching search, it's funny, and you would think that Cliff Kingsbury would be like, the number one guy, just for the simple fact that, he had, Coach Caleb a little bit at USC, they got that connection and everything. I guarantee you this, fellas, mark my words. I can be wrong, though. I can be wrong. That either it's going to come down to being the Bears' next head coach is going to be either Cliff or Mike. I don't necessarily think they're going to roll with Ben Johnson, just to the simple fact that the Raiders is going to be on him hard. If the Raiders throw the right number at him, that I think he's going to end up with the Raiders. But we never know. Ben Johnson probably could be the Bears coach, but I know at this point, Ryan Poles is looking for somebody with experience who can turn his team around that's going to also save his job as well. Yeah, Ryan Poles, he wanted to fire Eberflus after that Patriots game, which he should have. Thanks to dumbass George McCaskey for not letting that happen. But I was just waiting for the offseason, man, just waiting to see what we going to do as far as, like, free agent signings and the draft, like, what we going to do with this line. And I've been hearing these rumors that should the Bears trade DJ Moore, like, for what? We need DJ. DJ is our number one wide receiver. He had close to 1,000 yards this season, though, but hopefully, man, whoever be the new Bears head coach and OC, they do not use DJ how the 49ers use Debo, and that's why Debo stay hurt, because that's going to be started, we keep using DJ like that, DJ is going to end up hurt. And hopefully that, whoever the D coordinator, our new D-line coach going to be, if they keep Washington, that, that boy Booker can develop to be something special, to be that opposite edge rush on the opposite side, because he only got in on some plays, but he ain't really getting no full playing time like that, like everybody else, because I don't think we should bring Durham Taylor back. I haven't seen Durham Taylor since the Tennessee game. That was week 1. He had some 2 sacks. But that boy Booker, all he got to do is put some size on him, and I'm telling you, I think Shorty going to be a problem, though, man. That's all he needs, just size. He got the speed. He got the technique and everything, pass rushing moves that we look for in the edge rusher. And probably, get us another deep tackle, or when Andrew Billings come back, that maybe our defense will be better, depending on what we running, though. But, man, let me know what you think, fellas. Who you think going to be the Bears' new head coach, or you just going to wait to see what they do, like they always do? Let me know, man. Chicago up, they're down. They're all the way down to nothing.
Shout out to you, Fred. I'll be quick with mine. You said either Cliff or Ben. I think that could very well be it. But I would say I think it comes down to Ben and Mike McCarthy. That's who I believe it comes down to. My reservations when it comes to Cliff Kingsbury is simple. Not that he doesn't have the experience, not that he didn't have a great season this year with Jaden Daniels, but I want to know what message can Cliff Kingsbury come in and set the standard to appear like I'm not favoring my quarterback, to kind of push others away. I'm including everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have a history with certain people, a lot of the times you be like, hey, I worked with this guy before. He's a great guy, or she's a great gal, or whatever, and we can make it work. And you show a little favoritism like that because you already trust that person. Can Cliff Kingsbury separate the relationship that he already had with Caleb Williams to make sure the team is thriving? Not just Caleb, but the team. That'll be my only concerns, but it can go either way.
Yeah, everybody knows that my choice is Pete Carroll for this coaching position, and I think that the Bears are probably in the lead with all other coaches. Coaches want to come coach this team. I'm telling you right now.
I agree.
And I'm gonna disagree with you, nephew. I think that you can still have that personal relationship separate from the team with the quarterback. I think it's that way with every NFL franchise. I think it is. You got to have a different relationship with your quarterback being the head coach. I think so.
I agree with you on that last part, but my only thing is are you gonna coach him the way he needs to be coached? That's the only question. Like I've seen him do a good job, you know what I'm saying, when some of his places is depending on the year and stuff. But Andy Reid still holds Patrick Mahomes accountable. Harbaugh still holds Lamar accountable. Sean McDermott still gets on Josh Allen's ass. That's the only. The last time I seen Cliff Kingsbury as a head coach, Kyler Murray was yelling at him. you see quarterbacks yell at their coach and coaches do it vice versa. But Cliff ain't say shit when Kyler Murray yelled at him. The last time I seen it. I just don't want those type of situations to happen. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be going back and forth. Now, if you're wrong, you're wrong. I just want somebody to make sure that we holding Caleb accountable. That's all.
Yeah, and that's a great point. But I'm sure that's meshed in between the lines when you talk about the relationship between the head coach and the quarterback. You got to have that ability to take a reprimand. You got to have that ability to reprimand that said quarterback or said player. So it's gonna be interesting. Good point though, nephew.
For sure. Definitely a great show today, y'all. We appreciate all those that called in and joined today's episode. You can go ahead and get a part of the fun as well. Call in, state your name, leave your take. The number is right there on your screen. 773-242-9336 is the number. Thank y'all. Make sure you like and subscribe before you roll up out of here. We appreciate y'all. Make sure we continue to hold this team accountable. Thank y'all so much. We up out of here. Chi-Town up and bear down. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.